A bike computer with a 3.5-inch color screen, 50 plus hours of battery life, and a Climb Pro feature that looks super cool. But is the IGPSport iGS800 really worth $360? Let's find out. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing the IGPSport iGS800, a feature-packed bike computer that competes with some of the big names in the market. I've been testing it out for a while now, and I have some thoughts, both good and bad, so let's dive in. Starting with the design, the iGS800 has a large 3.5-inch color screen. It's responsive, but I'd say the brightness is just okay. It works fine in most conditions, but in really bright sunlight, it could be a little bit better. One thing I really like is the metal mount. If you've ever had a plastic mount break in a crash, you know why this is important. You also get both touchscreen functionality as well as some physical buttons. I really like this combo because if you're wearing gloves or if it's raining, buttons can be a lot easier to use. Now let's talk about the features. One of the big selling points is its built-in navigation. You can get turn-by-turn directions, which is really handy for long rides or exploring new trails. It also has a Climb Pro feature, which looks great. If you like tracking climbs, this gives you detailed stats on the elevation and the gradient, which is super useful for climbing those big ascents. This is a very similar feature to what you would find on the Garmin, which has always been an awesome feature. I've always loved it. Being able to see how much more suffering I have to do to get to the top is kind of motivating and not motivating all at the same time. The iGS800 also includes training-focused features like training status, fitness level, and recovery status. If you're serious about performance tracking, these could be helpful. Unfortunately, I'm not using these really that much anymore because I've stopped training because life is just too busy. I miss training. Kind of. In terms of battery life, IGPSport claims over 50 hours, and honestly, I've been really impressed. It lasts way longer than I expected. Even when it does need charging, USB-C makes it super quick. GPS accuracy has been great, no weird issues with tracking or location jumps, and you can actually go in and choose a whole bunch of different satellite tracking methods, which will help affect your battery life as well. One thing I really appreciate is how customizable the data pages are. You can set them up exactly how you want, which isn't always the case with some bike computers. The companion app is actually pretty solid. It allows you to update firmware, check your activity history, and easily set up data pages. There's honestly no complaints there. However, the one thing that really disappointed me is the e-bike compatibility. It's supposed to work, but I couldn't get it to work with mine. And that could just be that the system on my e-bike is very simple. It is a Shimano system, but I lack that screen that most e-bikes have. I just have one little control dial. It's weird that my e-bike doesn't connect to this because this does have both Bluetooth Low Energy and ANT+ support. So that's kind of a bummer, but on the plus side, because it does have that, it does work with the radar taillights, such as this one from IGPSport as well. This will also work with your Garmin or your Magic Shines also. Because this also has an IPX7 waterproof rating, you should be completely fine riding with this in the rain. Me, living where I do, we don't really have much rain here, so I can't really test that. If you ride an e-bike and you're considering this computer, that is something to keep in mind. What's the verdict on the IGPSport iGS800? Here's what I liked. The battery life is fantastic. The metal mount is way better than the plastic ones. Navigation works well, and there are a ton of customizable options. On the downside, the screen brightness could be better. The e-bike connectivity didn't work for me, which was really disappointing because that's why I really wanted this computer. And at $360, I think it is a great option for riders who want a solid bike computer without necessarily paying the Garmin prices. But if you need a flawless e-bike integration or the absolute best display, you might want to look elsewhere. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. If you found this review helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more. But before you go, you should really check out this video right here because YouTube thinks you're gonna like it.